Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going through a care guide for Camponotus cinctellus. This is going to be quick, so make sure to keep your ears tuned. Starting off, I'll cover heat. These girls are from Africa, so will most likely require a heat mat depending on your room temperature. In winter though, a heat mat is definitely recommended. Just make sure not to fry them. A good range to aim for is between 24 and 28 degrees Celsius for optimal brood growth and development. When kept in their optimal temp range, the activity levels will be higher and they'll be much healthier. Linking in with temperature, we have humidity. Through my experience, test tubes are absolutely perfect for these girls, as even when I've given them nests, they've rejected them. Your colony might not, but mine have. If you do manage to get them into a nest however, I'd recommend keeping them at around a 60% humidity level. If you aren't keeping them in a test tube though, it's still important for them to have access to water, so leaving a water test tube in the outworld is always a good idea to keep your ants healthy no matter the species. And that leads perfectly into the dietary requirements. Of course, as previously stated, these guys need water 24/7, along with any other ant species. As well as water, they also need carbohydrates, usually given in the form of sugar water, but it can also be given in the form of nectar. This is vital for the workers to be able to function properly, as that's what their bodies run off. But that's only half of the dietary requirement. So on to proteins. Proteins are necessary for brood development. Brood is what fuels the colony, as it contains the future generations of ants, so without proper food they just can't grow. When choosing protein sources, insects such as mealworms, crickets and cockroaches are all good sources. Alternatively, you can feed them a source called protein jelly. However, it is good enrichment for the ants to have freshly killed insects. As a note, be careful using bugs from around the house like spiders, as especially if you live in rural areas, they may contain pesticides which are harmful or even deadly to the colony and queen. As I mentioned previously, they need heating in the winter because, well, they don't hibernate. So while your native colonies or non-hibernating species may lay off the food, it's important to keep these girls well fed and heated for optimal growth and health for the colony. Of course, giving the queen a well-deserved break over the winter is still a good idea, so if you feel that your colony is stressed or the queen is a bit stressed as well, reducing the heat to around 15 degrees may help the queen to relax. When housing this species, keep in mind their growth rate. These girls aren't as fast as Solenopsis, however don't underestimate them as I did. Once they reach a certain size, roughly 100 to 150 workers, they'll start to pump out eggs as long as they are well fed. So if you're planning on keeping them in a small setup for a long time, you might want to reconsider. This species is not polygynous, so only ever have one queen per colony. If you introduce a second queen, then one of them will most likely die. Okay, so I know that's a bit of a sour note to end things on, but make sure you have the important things, for example heat mat, food, water and sugar water, as these are vital to the colony's development. So hopefully you learned something, and I wish you the best of luck with your new colony if you are getting one of these. But that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later!